all. Hope you're doing well. TGIF, what a crazy week it's been. Remember, we are above our level, so we are technically quite strong. This is a very important support that we broke above. Quite a lot of naughty candles and things, so we've got to be careful. We've got a little bit of a wick below the current daily candle, so that's worth noting. They are going long, so and also we can see how they're standing right now. Their sentiment. We can see the France 40 and the UK 100. That's what's causing our risk calculation to be quite skewed on our dashboard there. So if we stripped out France and UK, that would be a lot lower. But it's very, very skewed, and it's the highest it's ever been. We've never gone this far on the sentiment, so we should probably be reversing a little bit because there'll be no bears left, basically. And if the new bears come on board, then they're going to probably get paid, but it looks like they might not. Right, so got to be really careful. If we look at the hourly, we made the sell here. Okay, I've got a gold ticker chart on my other screen, so I'm keeping an eye on that, and it's currently falling a little bit. It's quite strongly falling. And don't forget, we had that data from the US that's really bolstered the USD, and things fell quite heavily, as you can see, because it looks like the Fed are going to have to be quite aggressive on their rate hikes. And we've got an 18.1% chance for a 50 basis point hike for the next meeting, so that's quite ominous. That was basically zero a week ago. We might have been like 1 or 2% a week ago, and we see how far we've come in a week. So this is boosting USD, and you can see the daily bubbles. USD down there, gold's up there. All right, so if you see gold fall, that's the logic for it, because we've got a strong sell for gold and a strong buy for USD. Okay, so that's a little bit of analysis. Euro's strong as well, CAD and Swiss also. Pound might even come down here, so it's going to be very, very tricky, especially GU, EU, UC, and dollar Swiss. Dollar Kiwi USD could be better because at least there's a distance between the two. However, it looks like pound might come down. We hit a retail sales beat, so that's quite good for the pound. That might come down, so you've got to be careful. I'm going to be flat. I just got like a little gold short, which I think I might just exit just because I'm quite unsure about things. And I'm going to look on Monday to enter short gold, but 1835, 1836 is the level of note. So I think I'm just going to wrap up, take some nice profits, and then see how we go. But it does look like it's fallen, so I'm going to keep an eye on gold for next half an hour, maybe an hour. TP, and then I'm going to just put my feet up because it's been a crazy week. So that's good if you're short gold, and that's good if you're long dollars. Okay, and so we are wicking a little bit on the S&P. They've gone long, so this should be a resistance of 4137. I'd imagine that will hold for some time. So it's at 4098 to 4137 ish. So there's a bit of a resistance there, which we can draw a box on. And we can look at gold sentiment as well, and we are a sell on gold on the FXCM. So this is currently a resistance, so I'd imagine this should probably hold, but like I say, we're wicking below. US 30, likewise, it shouldn't really be coming up because they've gone long, but we've got resistance here, so it might want to test it. And so there. And don't forget, we've got lots of scary news out in the world as well that could be legit, to be honest with you. Yeah, don't forget, this week we had the UFOs as well. Monday, we've got the train derailment. We've got this airborne disease that I'm not sure if it's been invented. So we've got things that are out there in the world that's actually fairly scary. We've got an aggressive Fed, and a 50 basis point hike is looking fairly likely. And so it was all down to the FOMC on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be very tricky. So we won't have a trader day on Wednesday. Potentially not one on Tuesday, but we'll definitely look at a trader day for Monday. But this should be a resistance on the Dow. I zoomed out a lot so you can just see where we made a buy on DAX. Let's zoom in. And don't forget, they'll be quick to sell it. Yeah, we are a little bit teetering here. There. Big old wick. So like I was saying in the bubble chat, is have like TP and then SL, but don't try and get like massive home runs. If you make like a really nice bit of profit, which I've done in gold, look to potentially take profit, and then you can always move your stop ahead entry. But I'm quite sort of wary about this like reverse that we're going to see on gold. So 1836 is the level to really eye and the weekly close today. So we shouldn't really be coming up on here because they've gone long, but it's just, it's Friday, isn't it? Now gold, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that we might be trying to carve a bottom, just a temporary bottom, and then we're going to be testing this important level for the close. But I think we will close below, and then we're going to be bearish on Monday. So it might just want to come up just to see if we're going to test it potentially. So I'm going to be looking to wrap up for the week on this, and I think we've even overcome. I think we've exceeded. Oh no, the MyFixbook bears have got their break even all the way down here. It's down here, 1771. They held on all that time, which is absolutely bonkers. So next week, that's where I'm probably going to be targeting, down here, to get to their break even. So I think today up to test the level of note to see if we're going to overcome it or not. And it might be the big fish might be interested in it as well, to see if we're going to overcome the yearly pivot. And I don't think we will. And then I'm going to look for shorts on Monday to target their break even, which will have changed by Monday because it's dynamically changing. But that's where that's what their break even is. So that's the plan of action. After this video, I'm going to wrap up completely, and then I'm going to look at the weekly close, and then I'm going to look for a short as long as we close below 1835, 36 area. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. We made a buy on your EU. Okay, because of that might hinder the USD quite a bit. So look for a long potentially with a stop down there, 106.27. They have sold it, so therefore it's a buy. Okay, so be careful. And dollar yen looks like they were going long, but we haven't got the crossover yet. But it looks like we might do in 25 minutes. And then if this falls, then it can help gold a little bit, because this tracks the yields, and so does gold as well. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, is that TP, and I think it's going to come up here to test it. We'll fail the yearly pivot test, and then we'll be bearish for Monday. That's what I think. That's what my plan of attack is going to be. So that's that. So a bit of resistance, it might come up and test it. Likewise, it's all a bit naughty, isn't it? But no one really wants a wrecking ball, don't forget. And no one really wants a strong USD. So this is very, very interesting. So an eye on EU. You could potentially have a stop there. And up we come, potentially. So be careful. We're going to do a Patreon video now. Have a great weekend. And if there's any suggestions or anything, there's a section in Discord for general requests. If you've got any ideas or recommendations or suggestions, you can put them in here, and I won't mind at all. And have a great weekend. I'll speak to you guys soon.